Welcome back. You're still watching Morning Cafe on TV 47 with me, Fred Indimuli, and I have my panel here. We continue discussing the Constitution a day after Katiba Day, where we're marking the 15th anniversary since the promulgation of this Constitution. But we're talking about the levels of the level at which we have managed to implement this document, and there are obvious gaps, mainly blamed on politicians. We did not review boundaries because politicians were reluctant, and it was not what they wanted then. The gender debate in Parliament, they've not been able to enact it. Issues to do with recall, politicians are reluctant on it. And are we putting too much focus? Did we inadvertently put too much focus on politicians that we weakened the implementation of this Constitution?
Now, if you look at the biggest impediment in the implementation of the Constitution is the executive and the legislature. If you look at the executive, it wants to retain raw power. It doesn't want to be checked. If you look at the legislature, like the MPs, they are the ones who are amending and watering down the institutions that were meant to guard the Constitution. Look like they had to water down the National Police Service, whatever, the act. So they have watered down all these institutions that were meant to be independent. So right now, the focus is about retaining power. Because when you talk about implementation of the Constitution, what do you mean? It means that this power must trickle down to the common person. And who's holding the power? The executive. Is it willing to let this power trickle down to a common person? It does not. That's why it's now controlling the legislature, the MPs. That's why right now, if you look, there's a big war between the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. Why? You will see a president saying, look, the judiciary is doing A, B, C. It's giving orders left and right. And you know, those orders are meant to guide the Constitution. Because like this, the new Constitution, there are certain Bill of Rights that has to be protected. But you see, some of the greatest violator of the Bill of Rights is the government. So that's why we're having a big tough between the judiciary and the executive. Now, if you look at the MPs, the legislature, it has watered down since 2010. How many bills have been put in Parliament that has watered down the implementation of the Constitution? So many of them.
Yes. So do you think that there are still elements that are still experiencing a hangover of the old Constitution? Because it's not just this administration. The fact that we still have the provincial administration in place. Some people have